Have you ever stared at the blank page of your sketchbook and thought, I really used to love drawing, but what actually happened? I remember there was a time where I spent months without drawing anything. Not because I didn't feel like it was because every time I tried to draw, it just didn't feel like it used to. If you're feeling that right now, drawing used to be this natural thing for you, now it just feels very heavy and you're not feeling like it, I just want you to know that you're not alone in this, because I've been there too. I think what happens is that we grow up, life gets really busy with all these deadlines, and somewhere along the way, drawing goes from something that we do for fun to something that we feel like we have to be good at it. So here are 4 honestly small and kind of silly habits that helped me fall back in love with drawing. And maybe 1 or 2 of these tips will work for you too. The first thing that really helped me was that I stopped to force myself to sit down on my desk and draw something, because it felt like this big and very serious commitment. So instead, I started to draw on sticky notes. I know it sounds a bit silly, that's the whole point. So you can make these tiny doodles on your sticky note, you can draw a coffee cup very quickly, you can draw a leaf, or maybe something silly like a weird face. Honestly, it doesn't matter what you draw, because nothing needs to be good on this sticky note. Nothing even has to make sense at all. You just need to put something on that paper, because here is exactly what will happen. Once you just make those first marks, your brain instantly will think, oh, this is just really fun. And suddenly 5 minutes will turn into 20 minutes. From one drawing you will make like 5 of them or even 10, but you just have to trick yourself into starting. So make it small, like almost even silly, and you will see that you will feel so much better after trying this. This one I actually learned from traveling. You know, when you're in a brand new city and everything just feels more vivid, your brain will wake up because you're in a new environment. So you can use this exactly for drawing too. If you always draw at your desk, try to draw somewhere else, for example at a cafe, or it could be at your local park, or just even in a different room than your bedroom. Take your sketchbook with you and some fun supplies that you love, and take them somewhere that your brain won't expect. A few weeks ago, I sat at a cafe in Amsterdam and I just sketched the food that I ordered in front of me, and I had so much fun doing this, because you're just in a different environment and you're just really locked in and really focused on what's in front of you, and it's just so much more fun than drawing something from a picture as a reference, because it will also turn automatically in a memory that you had. And so in that sense, your surrounding literally change what you see and also what you draw. Also, if I've helped you out so far, make sure you like this video and also subscribe if you want to get back into drawing. Okay, so this next tip might sound a bit weird, but try to draw badly on purpose. You know, I said this before, but perfectionism and doubt does kill your creativity. I used to tear out very dramatically the pages out of my sketchbook because I thought that my drawings weren't good enough. And then I realized that I wasn't drawing less because I lost my skill. I was drawing less because I was afraid of the result. That's also something that I hear a lot when someone asks me, like, how do I start drawing? How did you become so good at drawing? And I always tell them that now you see the end result of my drawings, but there has been a big chunk of my life where I practiced, and I definitely have had drawings that were really badly and shouldn't have seen the day of light. That's exactly the point, because if you keep continuing drawing badly, eventually you will get a good drawing out of it. It's just practice. Sometimes, of course, we have a talent, but by practicing it, you will just eventually become better and you won't even have those bad drawings. If you're feeling stuck right now, I encourage you to just draw badly, because you will know that there's an end goal here and eventually you will get better. So now I will open my sketchbook and even sometimes intentionally draw badly. You could, for example, use your left hand. You could draw something without looking at your page. The whole point is that you need to remind yourself that drawing is about the whole process and not about that end result. Think about it. When we were little, we used to draw these purple trees and orange skies, and it was the best thing ever because it was our drawing and we didn't care about what anyone was thinking. So that energy, that's exactly the energy that we're trying to get back. This last tip is maybe the most important one, and that is that you should draw what you love, not what you think that you should draw, and not what, if you're like posting your art, that you think will get the most likes, not what other art accounts are doing on Instagram. No, you should do exactly what you love. I spent so long thinking that I needed to practice, for example, anatomy, or do these like study sheets like real artists, and that's great if you really enjoy that. And I honestly feel that of course a solid foundation is important, but at the end of the day I think that you should draw whatever feels right to you. So if you love drawing little buildings, maybe some travel sketches or fun memories, then you should just totally do that. For example, I love to draw memories that I had. I really like to paint with watercolor. I also love to draw with fine liners, so you should just do whatever you love. The moment I gave myself the permission to just draw what makes me happy, drawing stopped feeling like this task and it started feeling like me again. So ask yourself this: what would you draw if no one was watching? And start from there. These small, silly little habits were actually things that really brought joy to me. It really reminded me why I love drawing in the first place, and I hope that at least one of these tips will help you too. So let me know in the comments, of course, if you're going to try one of these first. I'd love to know it. And if you're ready to start but you're afraid to use your art supplies, I have a video where I help you with that exact feeling. So happy sketching!